everyone, Elle here with a get ready with me. Finally, it has been forever. So this is just going to be more of a chatty get ready with me, not a makeup tutorial, so I'm not going through like step by step what I'm doing. I will have everything I use listed in the description box though, in case you are interested. I just wanted to chat with you guys, so this is just very casual, laid back, going in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus face primer first. I still don't have a good mirror in front of me. I have a little table thing. It's actually a kitchen cart. I'll insert a picture of what mine looks like because it's really helpful for these sort of videos, or really any sort of video that I do, because I have everything right in front of me, but I need a good mirror so that I can look at stuff. I have my little handheld mirror that I use for my lipstick roulette. Hello, gorgeous. But it's just a little annoying, I feel like, to be holding it, and it's hard for things that need two hands. You know, like face primer is a lot easier to just do like this, but I have nowhere to look but like the viewfinder, and I hate looking up at the viewfinder because it becomes a habit, and I don't want to make it a habit. So I put my face primer on first. I'm gonna skip eyeshadow primer though, because I feel like I'm just gonna do something very simple. I have to do some errands, and then I might take my makeup off and maybe do something else for filming something else later. I actually have the week off of work, and I've basically just been doing YouTube social media stuff. It's been a lot of fun. It's like I took time off work to work on what I really wanted to do. Not that I'm saying I'm trying to make this my job or anything, like how nice would that be? But it's just something I enjoy doing, and I want to spend time doing it, and I hate not having enough time during the week. So once this week is over, I'll be really sad, because then I'm gonna have to go back to sort of my normal routine. I'd love to in a hypothetical dream world, it would be so nice to be one of those full-time beauty people, wouldn't it? I don't know if anybody else feels that way, if anybody else does videos or just thinks about it sometimes. It's one of those fantasy things. It's like dreaming of being a rock star or something, just because it sounds so nice. You get to do what you want to do, you know, if that's what you want to do. In my case, I love playing around with makeup. I love talking about makeup. I wish I could work in an environment with makeup. And honestly, getting some of that free stuff would be nice. Have you guys seen some of those PR packages that people get? Oh my god, I die. I just, those people who get those free PR goodies and stuff are so lucky. And I know they say that, and then you also get the people who go back, yeah, well, I work really hard. Well, there's a lot of people who work hard on social media stuff who don't see anything for a long time, if ever. I've gotten a few offers for things. They're not always related to my channel though. That's the problem. I need to get Fix Plus. I'll be right back. I know I look totally wonderful right now, don't I? I drew my eyebrows on. They are awful. I hate them. I don't know what to do with them. I followed so many tutorials, or tried to, and they just suck. They just really suck. I hate my eyebrows. Did I show off my Fleetwood Mac shirt already? How casual I am, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, free stuff I get offered. I get offered a lot of random stuff. People will just contact me for really strange reasons. Trying to think of some of the stuff that has been somewhat recent. Random food offerings, like snack things. There's this snack company that keeps contacting me, asking me to try their products. That's just, it's not what I do in my channel. I've been contacted to talk about stuff like men's cologne and men's fashion. I don't know what that says about me. Lingerie. Yeah, because I'm the type of person to review that stuff. A few things I've taken. You guys might have seen those posts, or at least the thumbnails for them. They don't get a lot of views, which is why I probably will never get offered anything more than that, because it's not working out, I don't think. People want to see certain stuff, and when things don't relate to the channel, then they don't watch it. But then sometimes they just don't watch it anyway. Like, I've done influencer unboxings with makeup and stuff, and a couple hundred views. People just don't watch them. So it sucks, because I'd love to have more opportunities to try stuff and review stuff. I mean, that's what I would love to be doing. I would love to be doing product reviews. I would love to be talking more about different products. I'd love to be able to test things out. The problem is I'm too honest in a way. I can't just blindly sell stuff. I'm not going to start doing videos where I'm just like, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, because I just don't feel like that's right. That's not who I am. I can give you guys my opinions, I can do some fact checking and do some research and provide you guys with information to make your own decision. I could not be a pusher. And even a few things I've taken recently, product-wise, where they really wanted me to push things hard, I just couldn't do it. And I think the companies were pretty disappointed, and rightly so, but I'm not a salesperson, and I never said I would be when they're trying to get me to like, okay, now make sure you tell everyone to use your coupon code and go here and go there. And I'm like, no, that's not what I signed up for. Like, with the tooth whitening thing I did not sign up to be your salesperson. I said I'd do a review of the product, but I'm not gonna pimp something out. I just can't do it. I've contacted a few companies that I do like, and sort of gave them my info for YouTube and Instagram, my stats and stuff, and you know, was looking to be on PR lists or receive, you know, products for consideration. Most companies just flat out ignore you. I've got a response from one fairly large company who, in a very polite way, told me that I just did not have the numbers that they were looking for, and I did not have the engagement level, because it seems to be one or the other. You could have fairly small numbers but high engagement levels, and companies will send you stuff. I don't have high numbers and I don't have high engagement levels, so it's not going to be something that works out for me. I'm so grateful, don't get me wrong, for the opportunities I've got and for the people who just will support and watch whatever I do. Like, it's so cool to have that feeling, to know that, okay, I'm doing something, even if it's something I'm trying out, somebody is still going to be watching it. It makes it feel like it's worthwhile. But with those sort of free product things, I just don't get a lot of attention for them. And it's partly it's the brand's fault as well, because they require you to like have a certain title. They want you to call it a certain thing. They want it to be a certain thing. And people aren't going to watch many videos like that. And I can't really get inspired by that. There was a company that reached out to me somewhat recently and asked if I would be interested in trying one of their products in exchange for like guaranteed review. They did say honest review, but the product just didn't match up with what I had done on my channel before. So I turned it down, but it was kind of a way of like, okay, I'll try your product, and if I like it, I'll talk about it, but don't tell me to do a review in a certain format. I just know people aren't going to click on this product, this brand review, unless they're looking for information specifically on that product or brand or both. So it's sort of a lose-lose, because I'm spending the time and effort putting together a video, and the company spent the time and the money sending me the product, and nobody's watching, when it could be put in a better format. And most of the times too, these aren't sponsored videos, by the way. These are people, companies sending you free products in exchange for a review, and oftentimes you have to agree to the review before you even receive the product, which is what I don't like doing, but I will do it if I'm curious enough about the product, because I figure, okay, well, even if I don't like it, I'll just make an honest review. I'm not going to lie, because it's not worth it to me to lie about a product like that, you know, okay, you sent me this $50 product, I'm grateful, thank you for the opportunity to try it, but I'm going to review it honestly. And usually I give the company the option. I will send them an email to whoever my contact person is, and I will tell them, like, I tried your product, it didn't work for me, do you still want me to give a review? Because it will not be favorable. And most times they say yes. Occasionally they say no, don't bother. And usually they get a little snippy about it, like, you told us you were going to do a review. And the attitude you get back then is usually kind of interesting. There was a company that contacted me and sent me some stuff that I had a really bad reaction to. Ooh, powder. And then I did some research, and I discovered some links to them and another site. Basically, this was like a wholesaler site selling out of China, and they sent some makeup to me that I tried, and I had a bad reaction to. And they were actually purchasing their makeup from a bigger wholesaler because I noticed the packaging that I had that labeling on it, and I called them out on it in the email and said, like, listen, I had a really bad reaction to your product. I noticed this when I was doing some more research. You know, this is knockoff products. It was knockoff Lime Crime products of all things. And you got this from this other site where you have marked them up. They were like $1.99 on the other site, and you're selling them for $3.99. So I'm gonna put that in my video. And then they freaked out and were like, no, whatever you do, don't talk about anything. Please, please, please. I was being begged not to, and so I just was like, okay, it's not worth the hassle for me to do a video then, because I felt like it just would not have gone over very well. They probably would have been pretty angry and whatever. I didn't have to give them the heads up, but I did, because they sent me the products for free, and it was not going to be a favorable review. The most recent things I accepted were a wig, and in order to get the wig, I had to agree to posting 2 high quality photos on my Instagram, keyword on high quality, and I had to do a short YouTube video, which I'm not sure if this will be coming out first or that one, but it was a blonde wig. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I took some fun pictures, and it was fun, and I still will definitely play around with it. I've got a few more ideas of ways to use it and play around with it and stuff. So that was, you know, pretty low effort. I'm sure the video is not going to get a lot of views because it's a wig unboxing and it's not entirely related to my channel, but I'm hoping that some people will watch it anyway. It's hard, and I accepted a very fancy watch deal for Instagram. It was these wood watches, jeweled watches, and they're very nice. It's very luxurious watches, and I haven't even posted, as of right now, any of the pictures. My agreement was to post 4 high quality pictures to my Instagram using the watch like in focus. It's proving to be a little bit difficult. I can't seem to photograph the watch very well. I took 1 picture so far, like 1 set of pictures anyway, of the box the watch came in, like with the watch in the box. And I've got to figure out some more things to do with that. That was the agreement, though. At least they didn't ask me to do a video, because I wouldn't have done a video review on a watch, because what do I know about watches? Like, at least with the wig thing, I could just do an unboxing, because I'm not a wig expert either. So there's a limit to what I feel like I can talk about. Certain things, yeah, you don't have to be an expert to talk about them, but it just helps if you at least are somewhat knowledgeable or have some experience. I've hardly used wigs before, so I just thought some first impressions unboxings would be good. But I'd love to try makeup. You know, I wish, out of everything, I would love to be hooked up with some false eyelashes. I just don't post close-up makeup pictures on my Instagram because I just can never get the angle right, or it just doesn't photograph very well up close. I don't tend to be a very precise person when it comes to makeup anyway. I will spend a decent amount of time putting my makeup looks together, but I feel like it's those little tiny details that like tie a look together that I just can never get right, at least for like those close-up detailed Instagram shots. So I probably never get a falsie PR package, which I would just love because falsies are so expensive. There's some brands I love that I'd love to work with, and I would absolutely love the opportunity to work with them in some capacity, and I wouldn't feel bad about it. Like I would never do a sponsored post with products that I was not sure of, or products that I did not like, or with a brand that I did not like, you know? If somebody like MAC, I'm using MAC eyeshadows right now, wanted me to do a sponsored post, I would 100% do that because I love MAC. I mean, not for anything, again, right? Like it would depend entirely on what it was, but if they wanted me to talk about their eyeshadows, I know I love their eyeshadows, and if they were gonna pay me for it, why wouldn't I do it? I don't see the problem with sponsored videos if they're disclosed and if there's honesty there. If the person actually likes the product or the brand, what's wrong with them coming together and working together? I don't see the problem with that. I get annoyed with sponsorships when they are frequent and when they just seem to be like with random companies or companies that the person doesn't ever seem to use or talk about, or it comes out of nowhere, where it's like you never talked about this company, this brand, these products before, and now all of a sudden you love them, they're the best thing ever because you're being paid to say it. It just, the level of trust ends up not being there because it's a sponsored video. So what else can you say about that? I'm skipping false lashes. I think I said that already. But yeah, there's certain brands, you know, like Urban Decay and ColourPop and like Makeup Geek and stuff, that I'd love to be on those PR lists because I love their products. I recently found out that Anastasia tends to choose people for PR based on sort of talent and skill and not really on numbers, which is cool. Also, it's kind of difficult to figure out what they want. Like I saw someone who was getting PR from them recently who really did not have better quality stuff than I did. And if anything, my makeup looks are more creative than hers. And you know, she has like 4,000 or 5,000 followers less than I do, so it just didn't really make sense. Although she has much better brows than me, so that is probably why. At least that's what I like to tell myself. I have bad brows, so Anastasia is probably not going to reach out to me anytime soon. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I know I talked about this briefly at the beginning about smaller people and engagement, and that's probably another thing too. I did notice that this particular person has pretty good engagement, and I don't just mean people liking her photos, I mean people commenting on them. And when you have people who comment constantly on your videos, and you have people who will share your content elsewhere, and people who talk about you on other platforms and tag the brands, you're getting more attention, and it's meaning more. Because the way I think about it is like, imagine if you're applying for a job and they ask for your references and you say, oh, well, I'm my own reference. Like, I speak for myself. Well, that's not really gonna go over very well as opposed to someone giving you a glowing reference, which is sort of what like subscribers and followers can be if they are on Twitter and they're on Instagram and they're, you know, engaging with the brand and engaging with the influencer and kind of connecting them together so that the brand all of a sudden goes, wait a second, we're getting a lot of tags from people who are telling us we need to go check out this person. I guess we need to go check out this person. And I am by no means asking or telling you guys to do this for me. I realized as I was sort of thinking about it and saying it that it might come off that way, and that's not my intention at all. So please don't think that's what I was saying. I feel a little bit bad now because that's not what I meant to say. Oh gosh, okay. Nobody go and do those things, okay? I was just speaking from what I've seen. The people who have the smaller numbers but a lot of engagement and a lot of people speaking up for them, that gets them more attention. So I just felt like I needed more blush. I like skipping false eyelashes because it's so much easier, but I also feel like I need to add more then. So I'm just continuing to do what I want to do, which is basically play with makeup and talk about makeup, and I'm trying to move forward, and I'm always looking for success in different ways. And I feel like success can be measured and looked at in different ways at different times. It's always going to be changing. I have certain goals and things I want to accomplish, for sure. I would love to be on a PR list someday. I don't really know how to go about working towards that besides increasing my numbers, and I'm not entirely sure how to continue to do that, so I'm just doing what I wanted to. And I'd love to be reposted by a large brand. Coco Lashes and ColourPop have both reposted me. I'd love to have like one of my own makeup looks reposted though. That would be really cool. I had a lot of likes and retweets on a photo that I recently posted on Twitter of a makeup look. It was the same look I posted on Instagram, but I posted on Twitter and ColourPop liked it on Twitter, and that was really cool. I was like, please post this look. It would be so cool to see my face on their page. That's something I'd love to see. And then like, I don't know about YouTube in particular, like there's number goals and stuff, but they don't really mean a whole lot. I like to build friendships with people, and that's why I will never be an influencer because I look at everything as like building friendships. I look at people who I communicate with as being like friends, and it's not the same way that other people treat YouTube and Instagram. People are like, my subscribers, my followers, my fans, and I'm like, my friends. You commented on my video one time, we're best friends now. I love talking to people about makeup, and I just get so much enjoyment out of it because it's a really big hobby of mine. It's just something that I love reading about. I love researching makeup. I love the history of makeup. I'm really big on makeup. So that's the thing that I get most out of it. And of course, it'd be nice to have higher numbers, I guess, because that would mean more opportunities. But as long as it's the right sort of opportunities, I don't want to just do anything, and I don't want to compromise who I am, because I've noticed that there are like a huge influx in what I call faux panners. this is just the name that I give them. These are the people who are not really project panners. Like, they'll do a project pan, but their mindset is not there at all. They're just capitalizing on the audience and how many views those kind of videos get to sort of build their base and increase their engagement. And like, hats off to them, you know. I'll give them a huge round of applause because they are working it and it's working well. These are the beauty guru types, the ones who have the good quality already. They're starting off, you know, with the excellent sort of production value, and they're constantly trying to sell you stuff. And every single video, it's, you have to have this, you need this. They use all the buzzwords and the things that I just don't personally like. And it's one of those things that just, it gets on my nerves a little bit, especially when people rave about them and talk about like how good they are as project painters. There's one person that comes to mind in particular, and I'm not throwing any shade here or anything, but she just does not strike me as a project painter just because of the way she talks. And I mean, because she's constantly recommending things in the, you have to have this, oh my god, I'm obsessed, this is the best product ever. And then in another video, something else is, oh my god, the best product ever. Yeah, I was watching one of her videos the other day where she gave a tip or a trick or something that was like almost word for word what I heard in someone else's video. Stuff like that just doesn't sit well with me. This person doesn't really seem to engage with the community anyway, so it's not really a surprise, but it's still disappointing to see. And it's disappointing when so many people talk about, you know, how great she is as a panner. Maybe as an influencer, sure, I could get behind that, but just not using the panning label. I feel like it's not okay. Anyway, I know that was a bit of a rant, but it was something that I was thinking about, and I finished my makeup, I guess. Very subtle, very quick. This is pretty much an everyday sort of look for me, maybe toned down the blush a little bit, but this is the makeup I would use every day. I used the times 15 Warm Neutral palette from MAC and some of my MAC singles, and a couple of shades from my Palette palette as well, just a bunch of MAC shadows. So nothing very complicated at all, just a very easy go-to look. All right, so that is everything. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know if you'd like me to do something like this again in the future. This was a lot of fun. I didn't do anything spectacular makeup wise. I just was feeling very casual, but you know, maybe I can do something a little bit more intense or colorful next time. Just let me know. And I hope I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.